Welcome back to this episode of the Bitchcraft Summit. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Lauren Vanessa Zink. Didn't feel like messing with the bangs today, so they're just off to the side. I'm not gonna blow dry it, not gonna worry about it. Also known as the Wealthy Wardress on all the social media places. We are here with, I swear to God, one of my favorite women in the whole world. Carol has saved my butt more times than I can count. She's a complete effing goddess. She's amazing at what she does. I'm sure you've seen her work online. So she's an intuitive brand strategist. She has designed some of the most beautiful websites I've ever seen. They're so classy. They have so much personality infused in them, and you can just tell that it's her work right away. And I know she's out there like inspiring other people, and I know other people are like looking at Carol's websites and putting them on her vision board, their vision boards, and all the things. So I'm so excited to introduce you guys to Carol today. She's going to be telling us all about soulful branding stuff. This is her zone. She's a complete genius at it. So I'm going to stop talking and let Carol tell you a little bit about herself, and then I'll let her lead us in her magic today.
Thank you, Lauren. That is the most beautiful introduction, and I just adore you. You know that. We've worked together for so long. I wish I could just jump over the screen and give you a big hug and kiss.
So do I. It's so dumb that we.
I know, it's terrible. It's like you're my woo sister bestie, and it's frustrating. But anyway. Let's get professional and let's chat about some branding today, because obviously what you're doing, Lauren, is the words, and we've worked together on many projects and share similar clients, and we're on the same vibe completely and utterly, and most of our clients are in that kind of realm of creating magic. So that's what we do, and this is what brings us joy. So I'm glad that I have the opportunity to share this with you and your ladies and men, if there are any.
Maybe.
I'm going.
Hello, single dude who signed up for the Bitchcraft Summit. Nice to see you.
Hey, we're all for the dudes as well. Can you see my screen?
I can see it. How to build a soul-aligned brand. TM.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. So basically, I'm gonna just. This is just a rough framework. We're gonna have some fun. It's not about being too boring here with the two of us. But I'm just gonna chat about what's a soul aligned brand, why build one, when to build one. I want to go through my framework that I have worked with my clients. Myself and my clients work through in order to give them a soul aligned brand. I'm going to chat about some of the brands in action, like actually samples, because it's best to see them in action versus just having the theory. I'm going to chat about some case studies and any Q&A if you have any, Lauren. You might think of something that your people that are listening might want to hear or ask, and I'm here for that as well. So what's a soul aligned brand? Basically, it's about having the power to influence your dream clients authentically by your presence, your energy, your prana, your chi, or your essence. And that's the big shift that I've made in my business. And I'm hoping that a lot more people are doing that. It's not just about creating a brand or a website or a logo design that doesn't mean anything. Competition is so stiff nowadays. We want to have something that's really an essence of ourselves. That's the core energy, and kind of put that out there, because that is what a soul aligned brand is. And I personally believe that it's one of the biggest catalysts in successfully growing your business rapidly is to have a brand that is soul aligned to who you are. It's like so vital. And I'm doing this because branding is about connection, right? It's about building an authentic connection between you and your ideal clients. Okay, so guys, it's about time to unlock the magic of attracting new audience and opportunities, because I am fully into manifesting, and the more we can create this soul aligned brand, the more you can manifest this into your life. So quickly, briefly, before we go into the nice, the more graphic stuff, why build a soul aligned brand? Why do this? And basically, it's going to help you connect to your true purpose. So if you're a little bit not in alignment with your true purpose and your true calling, it's going to help you kind of get those kinks out and get you aligned. It's time that you created a unique, one-of-a-kind soul aligned brand. So there is no two people in the world like you. We want to create something that's authentic and unique. We want to make you shine and stand out online. We want to magnetize your clients in magical ways and tell me this really does happen. And this is what I think about, is kind of manifesting your abundance and your clients because of a soul aligned brand. I want to position you as an authority in your field. I want to help you gain confidence and self-worth, because with confidence and self-worth, we can create just about anything in the world. And that's what it's about. A confident bitch brand is a force to be reckoned with. Woohoo! You can quote me on that. So really, it's about creating that life force within us and putting that into our brand in a way that is so authentic and true to ourselves, without copying anyone else, without feeling that you're less than. It really is just owning who you are. Just a little bit about me. If you haven't heard about me, I've been doing this for 24 years. I've been designing brands and logos and all kinds of things for 24 years. I work with startups, 7-figure coaches. I design websites, sales pages, personal brands. I work very closely with Lauren and a lot of things. And then on the personal front, I live in South Africa. You might hear that I have a slightly different accent. I love swimming. I love the dolphins. I love swimming in cold water. There's nothing wrong with me. I am healthy. I just love to do it. And I think my superpower is combining my intuition and really getting a sense of what my client's essence is. I think sometimes they need help in extracting that. It's very difficult to do that on your own. And sometimes it's really important to work with someone else to help you extract that in a way that's so authentic and that is in alignment with you. So I'm that person. I can help see that essence in people that they really can't see themselves sometimes, and help bring that out, kind of extract that and help shine that onto the world. Okay, when to build a soul aligned brand? You might be thinking, well, I've got a good brand. Do I need another one? What's a soul aligned brand? What's the difference? And basically, when you start your business, right, we all did. We created a DIY brand. We used templates. We soon grew out of that because we grew so rapidly, and we are shining and we are developing and we're growing and we're creating more of a niche. So if you're ready to raise your prices and you feel that you aren't, or attract your clients, new clients, it's about probably around time that you started looking at your branding and started creating something that's more powerful. And, you know, a lot of people say to me when I start working with them is that my brand just doesn't feel like me. It doesn't feel like, it's like wearing clothes that are not your vibe, right? It just doesn't feel right. And it's very hard to put yourself out there into the online world when you're not kind of looking and feeling your best, right? It's the same thing with a brand. If your brand is like not cohesive over all platforms, girl, you need to get that sorted. And a lot of things as well is that when we're growing our businesses, we start doing a lot of personal transformational work as well. We start doing some deep work, and because of that, we change so much, and it's time that our business reflects that as well as our branding. And I find that as well. I think that's a big catalyst in your business is personal transformation and growth. It could be that you're niching down and you're ready to attract new clients. Like you could have been doing a broad coach, and now you're doing maybe personal. You could be doing copywriting like yourself, Lauren, or you could be doing diets and fitness, exercise. So you could be changing. A lot of clients, a lot of coaches do that as well. They change what they are going to be. They change their business model quite a lot in their career.
I love that you're talking about that, because it's so important to be like, listen, you're going to evolve. Your business is going to evolve. Literally what you do can evolve. I've met so many women who started as health and fitness coaches who became something completely different. So many done for you service providers who became coaches. So many coaches who started in one coaching and switched over to something else. So I just want to be over here being like, yes to you.
It's true. Even in my business, I have pivoted several times. And I just want to reiterate that trust your gut instinct on this. I'm all about trusting yourself. This is alignment. I want to give you, this is a branding conversation, but ultimately it's about really being confident in who you are as a person and being able to shine that out and make those changes when you know it's ready and it's time. So I've done that in my business. I kind of had an inkling, it's time to move, it's time to change, it's time to rebrand. So my brand framework that I've been playing with for a while now is quite simple. And it's kind of like all the B's, right? To make it simple, it's brand vision, brand values, the brand voice, the brand visuals, and the branding vault. So this is kind of the process that I take my clients through in a very, very simple and easy way. I don't want to make it too complicated because it's not going to be fun if it's too complicated, and it's important to enjoy the process while you're doing that. So the brand vision is ultimately getting crystal clear clarity on what you want to be known for and how you help others. Is that simple? You'd be surprised how many people want to jump ahead and work on visuals and colors and things like that before realizing, what the heck are you doing? What do you want to do? What makes you so special? How do you want to help others? And it's the most vital step in this whole process, because this changes. It's not going to stay the same. I can guarantee you it might change slightly, but this is so important. It kind of anchors you into your brand. And the more that you can really stand for what you believe in and what you want to help people with, the more that's going to come across verbally in your brand and visually in your brand as well. And also in your presence. It's really, really important to own that shit, right? So here we ask questions. What is your core purpose, your passion? Why did you create your business? What do you want to be known for that sets you apart from everybody else? Who is your client? What are your clients searching for? What problems do you solve? I know that you've probably seen these questions a million times, but I'm telling you that foundation is so, so important. You can't skip this in terms of really getting deep into what sets you apart from someone else. What is really your vision?
And also, it's important to do these every time you launch a new course or product. So your new offering, whatever you're putting out, the ideal client for that might be completely different than the ideal client for some other stuff. So I just want to emphasize that Carol is so spot on with these questions, and they're not just questions you do in the beginning. They're questions that you pencil in maybe every quarter in your business to go back and take a look at, and then every time you launch a new product.
Definitely, because this Soul Aligned brand could be a branding that you need for something that you could be launching. You might have a really solid personal brand, right? But you might be launching something new, whether it's a mastermind or group programs. This process will take you through that as well. So people buy from people who make them feel like they have a deep connection to, and how they know they can impact their lives for the better. So that is, if you can convey that to people, they're gonna really like you and want to work with you. It's not brain surgery or science, hectic science. It's really that simple. It's about making that deep connection to people, and they're gonna love you for that. The next step is the brand values. So what values does your brand stand for? What sets you apart from others? And these values are the ones that I use for all of my clients as well. So what characteristics do you want your overall brand personality and energy to convey? Lauren, you know this, so kind of what are your power words? What best represents you and your new brand? And you don't have to limit to 5 words. You can do more, you can do less, but it really is, each client that I've worked with have completely different five words. They're completely different. And even that slight change in one of those words makes the brand completely different. it gives it another dimension. And we'll go into samples of that as well. So here it's about creating a brand from the inside out. That is really what I'm trying to express to you here. It's looking within to find those answers. And once you have that kind of set, then we can start playing with the visuals as well. So your brand voice is basically the content themes that you will be talking about over social media, or what you will be known for. And Lauren, you and I have spoken about this as well. And you're a complete expert in this field. And I've learned so much from you as well. And basically, what are the things that we're going to be talking about? What are the icons that set you apart from others? And icons could even be emojis. You know, yours could be the red lipstick. Mine is the, you'll learn a little bit more, but the mermaid emoji. Things like that mean something to us, and they are part of your brand. They set you up for who you are as an individual, makes you different. What are the words, phrases, topics, themes you're going to be talking about over social media to reinforce that brand essence? We want to reinforce it again and again and again, because it's consistency that is going to make people trust us as well. And when you share your stories, when you share who you are, you're sharing authentically, and you do connect to those right people. You kind of pick up those signs, and trust me, those signs are across the world. And I've got no idea how people get hold of me, but they do. They like, Carol, I saw you at the right time. I connected with you. I can't believe it. Lauren, I'm sure you're feeling the same way. And that's about speaking your truth, speaking your brand, speaking who you are, and being unashamedly doing that in a way that's authentic to you. And people pick up on that. There's no denying that. And this is them liking you, trusting you, falling in love with you. Brand visuals. We love brand visuals. This is what I'm known for. Basically, what's going to set you apart from others? So I can't stress enough, personal brand images are so, so important. They are part of your brand. You use your color palette in your brand images. You use the fonts. You know, what do you like? You like serif font, sans serif font, handwritten, you know, grungy. These all are part of that packaging that's going to make your brand stand out and make you recognizable. Word marks, icons, pattern, textures, all kinds of things that set you apart. So Lauren, for example, that animal print that you're wearing, your red lipstick, I've worked on your brand. Those are intrinsic to your brand, right? They are part of who you are, what makes you stand out. And it's not just about visuals in terms of the graphics. It's also visuals how you appear on podcasts, Facebook Lives, Instagram, summits. It's not just that, it's a holistic who you are being. You'd be surprised how many clients I speak to, and I can see their house in the background, and their house just epitomizes their brand. And I'm like, you know, they're living it in terms of jewelry, in terms of clothing, in terms of bags, shoe wear. It doesn't matter where they live, even. All part of that. Where I'm living personally right now is literally the ocean is like, I can throw a stone, it'll hit the ocean. So that's part of my brand. That's what I stand for. So keep in mind that your brand is so 5D. That's something I've just conjured up. It's 5D. It's not 3D. So here, we spoke about that. All those kinds of textures, shapes, colors, images. It's not just on a surface level. It's really very, very, it's all around you. It's in your aura and all around you. Images, voice, visuals, that's a Silver Line brand in a nutshell. The brand vault, our last part of the puzzle, is basically everything, like I mentioned now, everything working together in kind of the 5D realm. It is everything, your mannerisms, how you talk, how you present yourself, your confidence, as well as your website, sales page, logo, colors. It's everything working together. in a cohesive way that sets you apart from someone else, because no one is going to be just like you. So really stand out in your specific way. The colors that you like, if you're a purple girl, pink girl, leopard print, it does not matter. It's you, and that's what needs to shine so much into the world. That's what we're wanting. We want your unique personality. So just to recap, my theory is that it's 80% being who you are being right now as a brand, and 20% in what you are doing and presenting to the world. People do pick up on your being and your energy, even though it's online. And that is what I'm hoping to get across in creating a Soul Aligned brand. It is all those areas, not just the visuals and the brand vault. It's your voice, it's your values, it's your vision, and who you are. Because who you are will never change. Even if you stop doing some kind, you pivot your business or you create a new program or offering, people will buy you more than they will buy that offering. So here's where you can really get a chance to really shine online in that way. So I'm going to give you a little bit about my brand, just to show you how I've used that in my brand. And then I'm going to chat about some other Woo clients that I've had, and just to give you an idea on how that's come up, how I've used that in various other clients as well.
I'm so excited for this part. I love looking at your work, and I'm just like, oh my God, pretty stuff, pretty stuff.
So for me, my brand vision, I help entrepreneurs create a soul aligned brand so that they can magnetize their ideal clients and grow their businesses quickly and effortlessly. So you've heard me share this, but that's kind of concise in a vision. And that's what I stand for, because I really do believe that creating a brand will magnetize those opportunities and people to you quickly, effortlessly, and being in flow. And I've done it in my business, and this stuff works. It's law of attraction on steroids. My values, I believe in excellence, quality, obviously branding, high level, and I've got a high level of integrity. And I think that shows through in my work. I think people get that. They get that I take on these clients as if they are my own. How would I do this if it was my own business? I really have a hugely invested interest in that. Some of my power words are obviously soul aligned. You've heard me say it, and I'm being my brand here as well. Intuitive, you've heard me say that. I'm all about freedom lifestyle. A bit of a mermaid because I love to swim, and I've got that bit of that queen energy. So you'll see I'll wear some, gold jewelry, something that's just a little bit more subtle. But I'm a bit of a mermaid / queen, which is my little mix of who I am, right? It's different to everybody else. My brand voice, some of the things I talk about all the time, South Africa, because I really love it, and I'm here and I live here. That sets me apart from somewhere else. I love swimming with the dolphins. I go to Mozambique, which is not that far away from South Africa, and I swim with the dolphins. That's my biggest joy. I'm all into ocean conservation. I'm all about the mermaids. I can't reiterate how enough. It's like my little fantasy. Obviously, I talk about my personal branding, my client work, and my testimonials. Now, you'll see that it's a lot about me as well as what I'm doing. And I think you have to have a healthy balance in sharing your life as a human being, and as well as what you do for others. I think it's going to get too tedious for you to only share buy now, here, this is an offer, I'm giving this to you. People want to see who you are as a person behind that, whether you've got like 5 kids or whether you've got 3 dogs, you live in the mountains. It doesn't matter, but you will be able to sell your products and services so much better if there's a human behind that, a real human that people really love to follow. And some of my essence is, again, some of the words that I use again and again. These are just some of them, but you'll hear me talk about energy, intuition, vibration, magnetic essence. All of those kinds of things will pick up because my ideal client is someone who's slightly woo-woo. They're grounded and they are growing a phenomenal business, but I know that they are doing some amazing stuff in the world that is going to make the world a better place, and they're raising the vibration of the planet. So I'm going to use words people are going to pick up on that, that my ideal client is going to pick up on. They will know vibration, they'll know magnetic. And the more that I do this, the easier it is for me to book clients, because there is such a beautiful alignment between the two of us that it's kind of like a match made in heaven. And don't forget, like we mentioned earlier, your brand is reinforced by the backdrops of your Zoom videos, your location, your makeup, even the Mountain Dew that you are. That's right, you are drinking Mountain Dew. That's part of the brand.
Oh yeah, I know. It's so frustrating. So we moved into this house last month, and I have like beautiful gold leopard print like wallpaper to put on the wall behind me. And I bought these shelves, and I decided I wanted to spray paint them, and I ran out of spray paint like 2 shelves in, and it was sold out everywhere. And so I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to salvage this? Spend like hundreds of dollars on these shelves. So I went and bought bright red spray paint, and our whole patio is just covered in these shelves that they're disassembled. They're all spray painted. They need a second coat. And I'm just like, oh my God, I meant to have all of this done. I bought all of these witchy things for the shelves. You guys, my whole closet is full of witchy things. There's like palm reading and crystal balls and actual crystals and oracle cards and like skulls and all of these really cool things. And it was supposed to be done by the time we did this, so that we could demonstrate what this actually looks like. And I totally failed. Like at this rate, it'll be done by Christmas. I don't know what to tell you.
I love it. I absolutely love it. But that's about reinforcing the brand. That's about reinforcing what you stand for, what your beliefs are, because that is so important. And that's about just being unique, completely unique. So let's talk about visuals. These are some of the visuals that you'll see probably on my social media. Some of my client work, me swimming with dolphins, me in the water, me in wet hair, more than likely. I'm that kind of girl. I'm more of a beachy girl. This is the view, literally in the top left picture here is the view from my office right now. Well, not right now, but that's the view. So I'm all about the ocean, and that's my brand. I've used the visuals in my brand to be quite, gold and sand colored. I have done this because I'm quite a simple girl. I don't wear a lot of colors myself, but yet I want my clients to really shine. So hence my brand is just a little bit more subdued, so that I'm able to really shine and have my clients' websites really, go be what I'm trying to say. I got tongue-tied. You can see how I've used waves in the background of my logo design, and I've used the same font for some of the various programs and things that I'm offering, right? And you can do that. You don't necessarily have to keep the same font, but it's nice to have some kind of continuity with your brand in the various offers that you are, that are offered out there to your clients. So putting that all together, you can see how it's all kind of matching now together. The banner that I've got for Facebook, my workbook for this, this branding, my infographics, my Instagram feed it's kind of that classy but easy and warm. And I'm hoping that that is part of my personality. And that's been refined over a long time. I'm still working on it, but that I'm really comfortable with. I feel good in presenting that to other people in a way that is in alignment with me. And I think people really get that. So we're going to do a quick case study of Sabrina Phillips because we work on her together, and she's pretty high end. And we'll see how her branding has come together. And then I'm going to look at some witchy clients that I've worked with as well. So as a brand exercise, this is good for anyone watching to see how someone like Sabrina, who was probably earning around $3,000 US dollars a month in this stage of her business. She was living in Bali. I think she just converted from being a yoga teacher to a business coach. And this is the kind of brand she did. And she did this website herself, which is fantastic. Nothing wrong with the website, but this is probably where a lot of people are right now. The website is great. It's okay. It doesn't show her, it doesn't really set her apart from anyone else. And you can't think that she's an absolute expert in a field. She looks like she's a great entrepreneur, but it's very similar to everyone else out there. And she came to me wanting a new brand design. So this is the first brand design I did for her about 2.5 years ago, which you can see she wants to now become more global, a little bit more darky, a little bit more edgier, a little bit of funky web fonts that we're going to be using. And hence we created this really great brand for her. And Lauren obviously was very much a part of this as well. She's obviously the word mistress and creating some incredible copy for this as well. But then Sabrina was like, hold on, this isn't me. She had actually grown out of that brand very quickly. She had grown so quickly during that time. She wanted to elevate herself even further. And you'll find that the more people do that, the more 7-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure businesswomen are doing that. You'll find their branding actually becomes a lot more refined and a lot less. So it's about stripping away more than adding to. So what Sabrina's new words were, which were, edgy, modern, fresh, feminine, elegant, iconic, and that sets her apart in a whole new realm. That people really look up to her, and she's a real powerhouse in the industry. So you can just sense, just from this alone, how different that this energy is from her previous brand and from the one she started with. That you can see the progression, and you can see how quickly she has progressed from there to here. And this is because she is very clear in what her gifts are and who she serves and what she's here to do on this world. And by having that clarity, even more clarity, this is where we're at, which is a phenomenal brand. So these are all the little assets that I spoke to you about. What are the fonts that will be used, the colors, what kind of typefaces. These are all important to have so that you can have yourself or your VA or your team know exactly what the parameters are in terms of your branding. It's really important that you and your team stick to those parameters. And we can have fun with it. It's not about being so solid and boring. We've used different fonts. Because Sabrina is such a bubbly personality as well. She's so driven, but she's such a fun, loving personality that has to come through, right? She loves what she does. She absolutely loves what she does. And she's got so much passion for this. So I want that to show through. So you can see on her social media how this is now integrating into her branding over social media and other platforms like that. It's a lot more refined, it's a lot more mature, but it's got that feminine touch to it, and a little bit grungy, a little bit fun. So a little bit of everything. But you get her, you get that, the 3-dimensional version of who she is. And she's so much more likable because of it. She's, we really get a sense of who she is. So I've got some more case studies, and I wonder who this is.
It's so funny because you're talking about Sabrina, you're talking about like stripping away, and I was like, oh, that is so the opposite of what you and I just did on my brand stuff.
So I have to talk about this because this has been one of my favorites branding to work on. And Lauren is, that picture is just like, I've arrived. Not that you hadn't before, but it's just a different energy. And this is why I want to share with you, with people that are watching, about the energy of your brand. This is soul aligned. It's got all parts. Now, there's no limiting to what you can put up here. There's these elements that mean something to you, right? And people are going to pick up on that. You can sense that this is, you mean business. You can see the printers over here as well. We've got some amazing words here that you're using, the colors that you're using. And this, I'm sure, will be refined. It's always organic. I just want to share that as well.
And it's really interesting too, because when we build the witch wall, I don't know what else to call it. We'll call it the witch wall. I went shopping for the witch wall. I spent way too much money shopping for the witch wall. But what you'll see when that's developed, that'll be in the background of our YouTubes and all our videos, is you'll see the leopard print, because we've got the leopard print paper. You'll actually see the beetle. We have a candle, and it's the outline of a beetle. It's very Egyptian and very cool. You'll see the butterfly. I have this little glass case butterfly thing that my mom and I bought together at these caves in Kentucky like 5 years ago. You'll see the snake, the rug in the room. I can't really show you, but the rug in the room is a snake. You'll see the moon. We bought an electric moon. You'll see the crystal ball, and you'll see all of these things. And so they're not, I love what Carol said before about this being a 5D brand. Like, this is a very clear example. I wish I had this built for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not that sorry. You know what? There's a lot of work to put together a summit, and I'm kicking ass at the summit right now, and eventually we'll build the wall. But not that wall, the witch wall. We'll build the witch wall. And so I want you guys to see that this isn't just like a graphic that has some ideas on it. This is a living, breathing brand. For me, this is I've got a thing on the wall that's got all my clients laid out by day. It's leopard print. We've got moon paintings over here. We've got, it's like the notebooks that we're giving out to like the first 10 people who join our next program are pink leopard print. Like, this is embodied. This is totally, and it really is who I am. So it's not even something that I have to think about all that much, right? Because usually what I pick just happens to match this, because Carol did such an amazing job of seeing into my soul and like knowing who I am. But it's not just your graphics. It affects so much of when you go ahead and you build this out. You can see how important actually starting with the foundation is to, like, you can put whatever color behind you want. You can have plants, and it can be just like anybody else's YouTube, right? That's anybody's YouTube channel, but it's not going to say anything about you. So taking the time to sit and think, okay, what is soul aligned for me? What does that actually look like? What are the things that I'm drawn to? Like the beetle, I'm such a weird kid. I'm still weird. But I was so drawn to like ancient Egyptian culture when I was a kid. I had all these little hieroglyphic books, and I'm studying Egyptian like shamanic practices right now, and all of these different things. This is me just somehow like contained.
But now I can imagine 5 years ago, you were not confident enough to share all of you. And this is one of the things that I want to share with everyone, is that it's okay now to start showing these aspects of you and not being afraid anymore, because the more you do that, the more people will connect with you on that deep level. And this is what sets you apart from others. This is what is going to give you that abundance. Whatever you want in that business or life, you will have that because you are being true to your soul. And branding is part of that, but it really is, like you said, Lauren, about being embodied into that and not being afraid. It's about that confidence, that self-worth. It's like, yes, I am this person. I'm not afraid to say that I love the mermaid thing. And all around my house you'll find little mermaid things, and it's just it just means something to me, and that's okay. That's just, I'm not afraid anymore to share that with others and shine. And that's what I want the message, if you can leave away with just this one message, is don't be afraid at all to let that go. Especially in this community, there's been a lot of backlash and lineage of backlash, right? It's okay to say, this is what I'm doing, and I love tarot cards, and I love reading crystals, and I'm putting my crystals out on the full moon. It's okay. Do that. So because you'll be surprised, people will love you more for that. And that's about relationship building. And that's really what branding is about. It's about relationship building. And so here are some more woo clients. Sorry. So this is a little bit more, it's different to yours, but you can see she's a spiritual rich witch. She's all about creating wealth for witches, and I love this. It's different to yours, but it's the same kind of vibe in a way. Jen is an astrologer. She lives out in Sedona, so you can see that earthy feel. I mean, you can look at her energy. It's just, you know, why would you not want to work with her? So we got her branding, and you can see the kind of icon and logo design I created for her here are these, you know, kind of images that are ancient and raw and delicious at the same time. All different women, but all have their own branding that they're proud to stand up for. And I think this is the last one. Is Selena is, you know, very much out there, the dolphin energy, the jungle, the stars. She's more of a star seed. And so we, you know, creating a play between fire, textures, jungle, glitter. She is just the most beautiful, warm, and it's hard to encapsulate this because, again, she's so different. And this is what can set you apart. These are different brands, mine, Sabrina's, you know, Lauren, yours, and then some of my other clients, just to show you that whatever field you're in, it doesn't matter. You can be completely unique and yet really shine in such a way that people are going to be drawn to you, because naturally they'll be drawn to you. It's, why would they not be? So having this kind of branding will get you the much higher quality clients, the ones that are aligned to you. They will be a joy to work with. You will get paid for what you are worth, and you will have that abundance in terms of lifestyle and clients as well. And that's just about it, Lauren. Have you got any questions at all that you might want to ask, or you think people might want to ask?
Yeah, so I know whenever I am trying to do, like, back in the day when I was trying to DIY my brand, I remember wondering, this is such a specific question, but I want to hear your answer. I remember wondering, like, how to find the right shade of blue for me. And then once I found the right shade of blue, how to find the right thing that would match it so that whatever I was putting together was really cohesive. I used to spend so much time, like, the little eyedropper tool, like trying to pick like colors from brands and things I saw online and trying to pull them together. And no matter what I did, it was like, they're all pretty colors, but they didn't necessarily go together.
Yeah. I think Pinterest is a phenomenal resource. So they have got, if you just type in, you know, blue color palette, you will find that they have these color palettes that they could have blue and orange and yellow. Those might have been the colors that you want, right? And they've kind of done that for you. So that's one way of doing that, is kind of seeing what's online and changing that slightly because the tones are already done. I wouldn't suggest, the second option is my option, which is just be a cowboy about it and just do it and then just feel in your gut, which is what I do, but maybe that's more intuitive. I just get a sense that that's the right color, and it's like there's a voice in my head that says that's the one, stop. But if you are not in that place, then just play with it. It doesn't mean that you can't change it down the line. Sometimes I've had clients using a different specific color, and then 2 years, 3 years later, they've changed that to a slightly lighter or darker or more deeper color. So if that is your vibe, if you're in a healing industry and you are a healer and you're using greens, for example, it could be a sage green, it could be a forest green. You can play with that. It doesn't, and the whole thing with branding is that if you have the luxury of being in a brand that's still growing, play with that. That's okay.
Yeah. Let's also bust a myth too. Let's bust the myth that just because you're going through a rebrand that you have to, well, I think it's a myth, but you might disagree with me, that you have to, like, before you can show people the new direction, you have to have the website done and all the sales pages done and everything figured out and the brand photo shoot and all of the graphic elements and everything. And I think you would agree that you can actually take some of the pressure off and kind of start unrolling those things bit by bit. Is that true?
You can. I would say that the most important thing in your brand is who you are, what you stand up for, and your words. Then you can start introducing things on social media. I think that is the most important thing, because that's where people connect to you. They'll connect to you over social media. So have a really good Instagram account, be live, go on live, connect in that way. There are so many ways to connect. People are connecting on YouTube only, or on a website, or summits. It doesn't matter. Don't follow what your coach is doing. Don't follow what you think is the right way. I think if I want to bust any myth as well, is do it your way. Do your business what you feel best. I have had the most incredible coaches that I'm working with, and I do take their advice, and some things just don't work for me. Because in my business right now, for example, and I'm not saying don't do it on your business, but for me, posting something on Instagram every day is just too much for me. I just don't want to do it. I'm more of an introvert. I am a little bit, I'm still struggling with those things, which is an honest truth. But yet when I do show up, I am authentic, I am present, and people, I'm booked out in my one-to-one offering. So I know that me being sold out, I have to just do what works for me. Other people need to show up every day and get sold out, but really follow your truth, your energy, what works best for you.
I love that. And that's the basis of the whole Find Your Voice, Find Your Clients class, program that I teach, is exactly that. And it's so funny you say that, because I do recommend people post to their Instagram every day if they can. And the last time I posted to my Instagram was September 14th at the time of recording. And then before that, it was August 18th. So we've been obviously taking the summer off. And apparently the fall as well.
I think just be easy on yourself. Be easy. Business has to be, and I mean, burnout is a big thing. Not that we're talking about branding and burnout are two different things, but don't get so overwhelmed with having everything in the right place. And you look at Sabrina's brand, for example, and you feel intimidated. It's not that. She is a fun girl. She has a phenomenal balance in terms of being in her business and actually having fun with her business.
She's and not burning out. She's hysterical. She sent me 9 baby Yoda memes yesterday. Like, she's actually got a really amazing hysterical personality. She's
hysterical. Yeah. So we forget to see that, and that's why I'm sharing this with people. Is that don't think that these people are so out of reach and all they do is work 24/7. No, they are very aligned to what brings them joy. So Sabrina's puppy is bringing her joy. Her cooking is bringing her joy. And she's very open about that and sharing that with us on social media. It might be something in 6 months' time. We don't know. But that makes her brand real and tangible, because she's a real girl. We really want to hang out with her. And she's accessible to us. And that's what I want your branding to be, whatever it is. Be accessible. Be someone who people would want to hang out with and want to go and spend a weekend with. Just be yourself, whatever that is. And that's what Soul Aligned branding is more about. It's, you'll never get it 100% right. I won't, and I'm sure you won't, Lauren. We will work at various options. Like, you might have a week where you are, okay, this is it. We're going to go live. We're going to be my platform is going to be full of new content. And then there'll be a week of not. But yet you might be writing a program for someone, or you might have client work. So we've got to just roll with it. I think the most important thing is just be yourself. Don't think there's a specific way to do things. Follow your gut, follow your rhythms and I give you permission. Sometimes I tell my clients, I give you permission to stop. Even on my coaching clients, I say, I give you permission not to do anything for the next week because they're doing too much. So I've gone on a tangent a bit, but really this is about creating a brand that's really sustainable for you as well. It's so, so important. So don't get overwhelmed with what you've learned today. Don't think it has to be perfect. It just has to be you. And that's the most important thing.
Right. I mean, that's really what a 5D brand looks like. It's in everything. It is how you set your calendar. It is how you do all of these other things. I love you forever. Hold on. Can you stop sharing your screen so that you pop up real quick?
Yes, stop share.
Okay, thank you. So yes. So as I was saying, I love you forever. Your work is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. Everybody is going to get so much value out of this, and even just following your Instagram is like valuable because they get to see so much beauty and inspiration. What is your Instagram handle?
At Carol Hampshire, CarolHampshire, or just follow me. Yeah.
What about your website? Where else can they find you?
CarolHampshire.com as well. So just have a look there, and you can download some freebie stuff if you want. Nice. Thank you, Lauren, for this amazing opportunity. I love you dearly. I will be speaking to you soon, no doubt.
I'm sure in like 5 minutes. Okay. Thanks everybody for watching. That's it for this episode of the Bitchcraft Summit. I wish I had a cool sign-up line for these, but I don't. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.